Why is U.S. citizenship documentation so difficult? Imagine trying to piece together a puzzle with many missing pieces. That's what applying for U.S. citizenship can feel like. The process is designed to be thorough, but that also makes it tough to navigate. First, you need to meet strict rules. You must have had lawful permanent resident status for at least 5 years, or 3 years if married to a U.S. citizen. You also need to show you've been living in the country continuously and have been physically present for a certain amount of time. Plus, applicants must prove good moral character, which can be tricky if you've faced hardships or lived in unstable conditions. Then there are the tests. You need to pass an English language exam and a civics test covering U.S. history and government. These tests are not easy for everyone, especially if English isn't your first language or if you didn't have access to good education. The paperwork is another big hurdle. You have to gather many documents like proof of permanent residency, identity cards, marriage certificates, tax records, and sometimes military or medical records. If any document is missing or incomplete, your application can be delayed or denied. For example, if your tax records don't match or your marriage certificate isn't official, it can slow things down. The government has also added more background checks recently, including social media reviews, which can take extra time. These checks are meant to ensure security but can extend processing times from a few months to over a year. For Black immigrants, these challenges can be even harder. Limited access to legal help, economic struggles, and experiences of discrimination can make gathering documents or preparing for tests more difficult. Some may have faced systemic barriers that affect their ability to prove continuous residence or good moral character. Language barriers or unfamiliarity with the system can also make the process more intimidating. Understanding all this shows why getting U.S. citizenship documentation is not simple. It requires patience, careful preparation, and sometimes support from legal professionals or community groups. Being aware of what's needed can help make the journey smoother. Remember, each step is a move closer to a meaningful goal, becoming a U.S. citizen.